First today, an accident as a child left apprentice star Geraldine with third-degree burns over 40% of her body.
After growing up with scars on her arms and back, Geraldine recently chose to bare all in the media. It's a move that she hopes will help other women to be body confident.
Some of us have our crosses to bear, but what you do is you don't sit around and act the victim. You get on with life. And now I wear my scars as a badge. You know, like bikers, for example, they wear their little badges of everywhere they've been, and they wear their badges with pride. Well, I wear my scars with pride because they tell a story about me. They show I'm a real woman. I've gotten over it. They don't make me less of a woman. They make me more of a woman because I've been through tragedy and I've gotten through it. The reason I came out about this is, as I said, I'm sick of seeing and hearing of women doing, you know, the Bridget Jones, getting dressed in front of their husband underneath the duvet cover, and they're hiding on him. And the man more or less knows what she looks like, and he loves her anyway. Bit of weight on her, few stretch marks, scarts, warts and all, the whole lot. So I believe myself, and the sexiest thing in the whole world for a man is a woman who thinks that she's sexy. So just because you have scars on your back doesn't mean that you have to do the Bridget Jones and get dressed under the thing. I don't think they make me more ugly. They certainly don't make me any better looking, but like not everyone is blessed with looks, okay?
Tell us what happened then, Geraldine.
And the hearthstone in front of the fire and my shirt caught on fire. And then the pain started kicking in, and
what's it feel like?
The sting was like, you know, if you put your hand on a scalding hot iron and you have to keep it there for 20 minutes, it was like the hottest heat that I've ever felt in my life. She dragged me and put me upstairs into a cold shower. But once she had me in the cold shower, the pounding from the water, the skin actually started to slide down the back.
Oh, right.
So my sister pulled me out of the shower, got pseudo cream and started trying to push the skin back up onto the back. It was basically melting. The smell of burning flesh, and it's not even burning flesh, because a third-degree burn is there's actually no dermal skin there left whatsoever. You're burned down to the muscle. There's nothing there. They had to do skin grafts, so the smell lingered for maybe a month and a half. Okay. If you ever smell dead, burning flesh, it's probably, I can imagine, if you dig a body up out of the grave. The burn is on the kind of the corner here. Okay. So I needed to stretch all the time. They were so worried that because the keloid scarring is so thick, that it wouldn't, when I grew, that wouldn't stretch. Okay. So they said if they get me into a sport like either basketball or swimming, where I'm constantly moving, that there was a chance that I wouldn't have to go for a second operation when I reached puberty. So I joined a swimming club. As I was spending 10 to 12 hours every single week in a swimsuit, I actually never developed to be self-conscious about it, because they were always on display. I think that's the best thing. Get straight back on the horse. If you've got a scar, don't hide it for 1 week. Show it off straight away, and then you'll never develop the consciousness of it.
Okay, well, you were a contestant on The Apprentice a couple of years back. Yeah. We never heard about this at that time. Yeah. Why have you chosen to talk about it?
Well, I didn't want the sympathy vote. Do you know what I mean? I wanted people to know me for me, and I didn't want to act the victim. I didn't want to, I was like, if you like me for me, then like me. If you don't like me, don't pity me because I have scars on my back.
Have you experienced that sort of pity you're talking about?
I remember one time being at a swimming gala, and when you're at a swimming gala, you could be like 8 hours all day hanging around in your swimsuit, waiting on your heats to come up. Then if you get through one heat, you go on to the next heat. And I remember one girl saying to me, ew, what happened to your back? And that was actually, I must have been maybe 11 or 12, and that was the first time that I realised this is ugly. You know what I mean? This is ugly on my back. People are looking at me all the time now thinking,
and that would have been said to you at the age of 12, which is a very vulnerable age.
A very vulnerable age, yeah. But Martin, you know, I always had great support from my family, and I have the best bunch of friends. So I suppose it's with a mixture of things, having such a strong family unit, having such a great bunch of friends who are...
So it's a huge part of your life, really, isn't it? And you've actually brought that into business a bit as well, because you've developed this spray that covers scars. Do you cover your own scars?
I do, yeah. When I'm going out on the weekend, I have a product called Spray Stocking, and essentially what it is, it's spray-on tights, but it's like a foundation for the body, so it covers like spider veins, psoriasis, bruises, and it's absolutely great at concealing and scarring. So if I have a spray tan done going out on the weekend, I always put some spray stocking on my scars on my back. And do you know, since this interview came out in the newspaper on Sunday, the amount of like new friends that have called me and be like, but sure, Ger, I didn't even know you had scars on your back. People tend to not notice. It's you bring attention to your scars yourself when you walk around hiding them like this. But the concealing value in the spray stocking is enough. It covers any of the, you know, the browns or the purples and the reds that is in keloid scarring. It's like a foundation that absolutely covers that. So they're really a lot less visible once I put that product on them. So
now, with or without the product, you're happy to wear your scars and show them to the world.
Look, not everyone is as beautiful as the models that we're supposed to look like. Every day we open up magazines and we're looking at all the most beautiful women in the world. That's not natural.
And Geraldine,
they're not all. They don't.
Yeah, you've got to prove that you can get it out there and be beautiful and be proud.
Yeah.
Geraldine, thanks for coming in and sharing your story with us.
I hope I help one person. Just if one woman goes on holidays and is happy to wear her bikini, then my job is done.
Absolutely, Geraldine. Thanks for that.